Okay, good morning. Let's get started. 60 minutes flow this morning. I think the last one, almost last one of the air element. So you guys can start in a wide-legged seat. So you could just bring your legs out from where you are. It does help to have a little bit of a pillow or something underneath your hips here because it gives you that bit of a tilt that just makes it easier to sit. And if you have blocks, of course, you can bring one or two of them to... Now, you can round forward into your back. Drop the forehead down towards your forearms, whether they're on the floor or on the block. The block just makes it a little bit easier to rest here. And taking a few deep breaths into the entire circumference of your chest, of your upper body. Connecting again to the steadiness of an influx and an exhaling of prana. Prana, the life force, is also the first of the 5 Vayus. There is a concept in the yoga philosophy around 5 Vayus. Vayu translates to wind. Vayu is also the wind god of the Hindu pantheon. And those 5 winds, 5 flows of prana are said to govern our entire motion in being, our entire dynamic state of living. So there is a Vayu that is upward rising, one that is processing, one that is digesting, one that is outward oriented, and one that connects our entire streams of fluids to the lightness of being. Today we want to focus on the first one, the Prana Vayu. The Prana Vayu is that intake energy, everything that we consume inward, that we distribute through our system, everything from air, food, impressions and ideas. It is the energy that governs our lungs, our heart, and is the propulsive energy of speed and motivation and vitality. It is a sense of lightness, but also a sense of sensitivities to external and internal awareness. It is the most powerful of the Vayus almost because it has this rejuvenating energy and is that fundamental energizing force throughout your day, your practice. And we want to devote our practice to this Prana Vayu, to balance, to increase, to intake anything positive at the start of your day. So set an intention for your class around this concept of intaking with a sense of awareness, with a sense of being selective what we intake as well. With the next inhale, you can really round into that back and start to lift off very gently, rounding even more to walk the hands a bit further forward. Maybe bring the block away. If you have one, bring the hands onto the fingertips like this, like little tents, and just round it generously into the back. And then from here, you can walk up to a straight seat. Bring your hands over the head to pull yourself long. Grab the left wrist here with your right hand and just draw it gently over to the right side. We're staying in this wide-legged seat just for a bit longer, opening into the side body here. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, second side. Right wrist, left hand, opening. Start to draw energy upward from the pelvic floor, from the belly button in and up. Creating some storage, some center point of vitality from there, where you move from. Inhale, come back to upright seat. Exhale, hands by your side. Bring the legs together in front of you. And you can remove whatever you have underneath your buttocks. Good. Gentle bend here into the knees. We'll bring the right foot over the left thigh here. Bring the foot as closely up to the hip crease here as you can. Maybe you can come into a full half lotus, which looks like this. Possibly you need to bring that foot inside the left thigh high for a Chanushirshasana. Okay, so see what works for you. Maybe your knee doesn't allow for this half lotus. Maybe it does. If it hovers here, that's fine. You can bring something underneath a block, or let's just let it hover in space, whatever feels right for your knee. Just be very wary. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, we'll fold over that straight leg. If you need to, you can bring a little bend here into the knee. So our chest wants to rest against this left foot or left thigh. Good. Inhale, roll it back up. Bring that left leg into an angle. So just like you want to come into a cross-legged seat. And bring the index and middle finger to the right thumb, right big toe here. Left hand next to the left hips. And we'll send that leg out and forward. So first there's a bend in your knee. Maybe it stays there anyway. See that you can lift your sternum high. Inhale, intaking a deep breath. Good. Send it out and forward. And then bring that gently over to the side as far as you can. Opening again into this groin here we've just started working on before. And then gently you can place that leg down. And leave the arm where it is, inside the leg, and just bring the left arm over the head for another side body opener. Good. Inhale, come back up. Second side, both legs long again. This time, left leg comes on top of the right. Half lotus, inhale, arms high. Bend into the right knee if you need to fold it from here. So you really want to fold it from the lower back, from the hips. Gently drop the chest forward. Lengthen the inhales and exhales, feeling the intake, how the deep breaths also energize you. Inhale, roll it back out. Coming back up to seated, fold the right leg in underneath. Left peace fingers grab a hold of the left big toe. The right hand here has to be supportive. You can even bring a block if the floor is too far away. And then start to send the left foot forward slowly. You can keep the bend here as long as you need, so you can keep the upper body upright. Just pour yourself into this shape. Good. Yeah, the lower leg has to fold in for stability. Good. And then bring the leg out to the side. Good. Keep the bend if you need it. And exhale, bring it down. And just let that guide you over to bring the left arm inside the left leg. Exactly. There can be a block here if you need it, of course. And when we wind down, we do this much more with a block. Right arm over the head. Good. And inhale, coming back out. Removing everything and just roll yourself up into all fours from here. Good. We'll do some cat and cows, but we'll let them emerge from the pelvic floor, from the pelvic tilts. So see whether you can here just tuck and release your tailbone very slightly to create a bit of a rounding, a bit of an arch. Just like if you were on the floor and you're closing that little gap between you and the mat, between your back and the mat. So just tucking your pelvic floor in and back out. Meaning we draw the pubic bone towards the navel, gently rounding a little bit into that lower back, and exhale, a gentle arch. Fingers are wide spread and long, strong arms, twisting the biceps forward here to create a lift. And then let that motion from your lower back get bigger. Let it undulate into a bigger form of what ends up being cat and cow. So letting that ripple along the spine, starting to feed into the connection from your spine into your brain. That channel that feeds all the information our body collects back up to our brainstem. Inhale to arch, send the chest forward. Exhale to maybe now already arrive in a full cat, or almost there, giving your spine time to explore the range of motion. Twist those inner elbows forward. Index finger and its mound are firmly on the mat. Good. Inhale, one more cow, look forward, drop the belly down. Exhale, round it all the way up into your cat. Good. From here, tuck the toes. Stay in a cat pose. Good. And then lift the knees away from the floor. Stay in cat still, rounding the shoulder blades away from each other. And inhale the hips high and lengthen the lower back out, coming into our downward facing dog. Good. Take a moment to arrive in your stance. Maybe bring the feet wider, maybe change their angle. Do the same in the hands. Explore which one actually works for your body. Good. And then you can look forward and slowly walk one foot after the other with long legs, or as long as possible, walk them forward. Sinking your chest towards the thigh every time you take that little step. Left foot forward, always just 1 foot length. Right foot forward, sink until we are in the Uttanasana, forward fold. Good. Really bend into the knees, let the lower ribs rest. Inhale for an Ardha Uttanasana, half forward fold. Good. Exhale, sit into chair pose, arms high over the head. See if you can shake it off here in the arms, so you loosen into the shoulders, so they drop away from your ears. The rest of the body stays in that container. Good. With the exhale, draw the arms past the body, stay in the chair pose, but lift into your triceps here, lift it back into the little fingertip. Inhale, bring the arms high, sink the hips a bit lower. Exhale, come out a little bit, lengthening just a tiny bit into the knees. Inhale, bring the arms back up, sit back down. 2 more of these. Good. Arms past the body, lift into the triceps, lower belly draws in, and inhale, come back up. Sit back down. Good. Last one, lift into the triceps. Inhale, arms come high, and from here you can come all the way up to standing. Good. Very nice. Exhale to drop back into a tiny bit of a back bend, sending the chest forward, shoulder blades draw together. So really lift the shoulders together here, broadening the collarbones away from each other. And in that back bend, grab the right wrist with the left hand and draw it over to the left side. So you have a side body opener and a bit of a back bend. Good. Inhale back into the middle. Stay in the back bend, second side. Left hand draws over to the right side. Good. Hips draw forward, chest up and forward, lower belly draws inside. And come back into our normal back bend. Hands come together in Anjali Mudra here behind your head. And exhale, drop it, spill it down into forward fold, Uttanasana. Good. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands and step the left foot back for a low lunge. So bringing the left knee down to the floor. Inhale, come up high with the arms. Good. Exhale, right hand drops to the left thigh. Left arm reaches over the head, back for another little back bend here. Important is the elongation here in the hips. So send those hips down and forward. Still the first low lunge, so take it easy. Exhale, frame the front foot. Lift the back knee away from the floor. And step the right foot back to meet the left. Good. Come down onto the forearms. Forearm plank. You can bring the hands together. So they interlace the fingers. The little fingers stack on top of each other. So don't have them crossed. Good. Low plank. And then bring the hips down. Bring the hands apart. Plant them down for a Sphinx pose. Good. Draw the chest forward and through. Exhale. Gaze goes into the navel. Lift the navel around, away from the floor, rounding into the back. Good. Yes, draw it in, hollow the front body. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, come all the way down to the mat. Bring your hands right and left to the chest. Tuck the toes. Push back. Downward dog. Good. Look forward, step the left foot forward this time. Right knee comes down to the mat. Second side, low lunge. Inhale, arms high. Good. Exhale, left hand drops down to the back leg. Right arm over the head. To create this beautiful arch from your right knee over your right hip, right shoulder into the right fingertips. Nice. Left hand is only touching. Exhale, frame the front foot. Lift the back knee off the mat and just step the right foot forward to meet the left. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale for Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale for chair pose, arms come high. Exhale, arms past the body. Inhale, arms high, sit down a bit lower. And inhale, come up to standing. Back bend. So very gently draw into the fingertips, shoulder blades together. Exhale, spill it back forward. We'll flow again through this Surya Namaskar C. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half forward fold. Exhale, step the right foot back first this time. Bring the right knee down. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, left hand to the right thigh. Good. Watch out. Inhale, both arms back up. And lift the back knee away from the floor for a high lunge. Exhale for length into the front leg, fold it forward. You can, of course, bring the blocks here. We're not staying, we're still dynamic. So we're switching between pyramid and high lunge. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, lengthen it out. Fold it forward. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold it forward. Good. Inhale, last one. Arms high, high lunge. And in the high lunge, bring the left hand back to the right thigh again. Same as in the low lunge. Good. Exhale, frame the front foot. Step it back, high plank. Good. Come onto the forearms again. Hands can interlace. Lift into the shoulder blades. Heels are kicking back. One long line. Exhale, hips come down. Hands release for Sphinx pose. And exhale, draw it in, round it away from the mat. Just down to your hips. Lift the belly into the spine. And exhale, release everything down to the mat. Slide the hands past to plant them. Tuck the toes. And push back, downward facing dog. Good. Look forward. This time, step the right foot forward. No, left foot forward. No, right foot forward. Good. Arms high. Exhale, right hand down to the left thigh. Left hand reaches over the head. Draw the insides of the thighs together so they want to be in line. Good. Inhale, both arms high. Tuck back toes to lift up into a high lunge. Good. Create that upward lift, that Prana Vayu. That is the lightness of intake and uptake. Exhale, fold it into pyramid pose. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, fold it. I know this is a bit of a wider stance than you would usually have in a pyramid pose. That's fine. Your back heel can stay lifted. So usually in pyramid pose, we will plant the back heel. Here you can stay. Last one, up high, high lunge. Exhale, right hand back to the left thigh. Open. Nice. Exhale, frame the front foot. And step the left one forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, sit into the hips, into the knees, arms high, chair pose. Good. Exhale, arms past the body, lift up just a tiny bit. Inhale, arms high, hips sink down. And then you can come back up to standing. Drop into that little back bend here. Open the shoulders. Nice. And exhale, spill it down. Forward fold. Planting the hands, step back into a high plank. Good. Coming into our forearm plank again. Interlace the fingers. Stack the little fingers. Good. And from here, walk the feet forward, coming into a dolphin pose. So one foot at a time can walk you forward. Shifting the chest through, really dig into those forearms here to create one line from the elbow, shoulder to hip. Maybe there's a bend in your knees, that's fine. Look forward to the hands. Nice. And exhale, bring the knees down to the mat. Beautiful. And sit back onto the heels. Just coming up to a seated position here. Nice. We're coming into a camel. So come up onto your shins. First round here, you can bring the blocks if you like. Right and left to the feet. Whichever level you need them at. Or you can always use your heels tucked, yeah? So instead of the block, you can reach for a heel that's higher by you tucking the toes. The block can, of course, be high up as well. Good. Inhale to create length. Draw it up high. Shoulder blades together. Shake the shoulders away from the ears. Good. Lift, lift, lift into those fingertips. Exhale, bring one hand back at a time. So one hand reaches for this block or the heel. Right arm keeps lifting you up. Exhale, bring the right hand also down, heel or block. the first round, make sure you keep it higher than you wouldn't usually. We're still working on the depth. Shoulder blades almost want to touch each other. Bring them together. Hips shift forward, chest high. Yes. Nice. And inhale, come back up to kneeling. Exhale, sit back onto the heels. Beautiful. Blocks can come away to the side. Nice. Slide the hands forward, coming back into all fours, tuck the toes, hips lift for downward dog. Good. Bring the feet together so the big toes are touching here. Inhale, right leg high. Heel is leading. Internal rotation of that leg. Meaning the knee and the little toe are pointing down to the mat. Lift, lift, lift. Hips are parallel. Good. Lengthen even more. Lift into the side body. Exhale, bring that right knee to the right elbow, crunching it forward for a high plank shape. Inhale, bring it back up, three-legged. Exhale, bring it across the body, right knee, left elbow. Fingertips are digging in. Yes, round into the shoulder blades. Touch that elbow or triceps. Inhale, one more up. Nice. Exhale, bring the right knee to the nose. And from here, really send it forward. Step in next to that right thumb. Good. And exhale down with the left knee. Inhale, come up for a low lunge. Exhale, cactus arms here. Good. And with the inhale, we come up into a high lunge. Send those arms back, lean forward 45 degrees. Good. Exhale, cactus arms and low lunge. Inhale, lean up, forward. High lunge. Arms reach back into those triceps. Inhale again. Low lunge. Good. Exhale, 45 degrees. Last time. From here, we'll lift the back foot up away from the mat, coming into warrior three. So slowly transfer the weight into the front foot, letting the left leg hover away. Good. Arms can be past your body. That's the easiest way to do this. You can bring the arms forward to the chest, or you can bring them over your head. That's the hardest version, to have a higher lever that you have to hold from the core here. Left hip is parallel to the right. Keep the left foot flexed. Good. And exhale, from here we step the left foot back into warrior one. So land it with a 45-degree angle, not too far away. Come up high with the arms. Both hips are twisting forward here. Exhale, bring the hands behind the back, interlace to find a back bend, sending the chest forward, shoulders together. And exhale, bring it forward for humble warrior. Good. So the inside, or our shoulders inside our right leg, not on top of the right leg. The top of the head is heavy. Good. Very nice. Inhale, come back up to warrior one. Exhale, release the hands, warrior two. Open up, maybe crawl that front foot more forward. Sinking down into a deep angle. Good. Gaze goes over the middle finger on the front hand. Very nice. And inhale, we're stepping it forward, coming to standing. Bring the left foot inside the right thigh to tree pose. So we'll just step it forward from here. Left foot comes. You can plant it here for another upward sensation. Good. Arms high over the head. Anjali Mudra. Good. Balance it from your core here. Soften your gaze. Bringing attention inward. The Prana Vayu is that energy that draws your attention inward. Exhale, bring it down to the heart. Good. And release that left foot down. And you can forward fold, spill it forward. Uttanasana. Good. Exhale. We step it back, high plank. Good. Come on to the forearms. Interlace the hands. Round into the shoulders here. Forearm plank. Okay. And bring the hips down. Arms apart for Sphinx pose. Top of the feet come down. With the exhale, round, curl it in. And this time lift the hips away from the floor. Bring the gaze in towards the navel. The knees are still down, but your whole upper body from knees upwards is coiling. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, draw it down. Hands slide past. Tuck the toes, bend the knees. Downward dog. Good. Take 3 breaths here to arrive and explore. To let it pulsate under the breath. To create length into the side body, moving shoulders away from the ears, heels towards the mat. Keep a bend in the knees. And then you can step the feet together. Big toes are touching. The inhale guides your left heel with the breath slowly into the sky. 3-legged. Internal rotation of that left leg. So draw the inside of the left thigh to the sky. Good. Lifting. Exhale. Tippy toe on the right foot. Bring the left knee to the left elbow. Crunching it in and forward. Lift yourself away, twisting the biceps forward. Inhale, back up. 3-legged. Exhale, bring it across. To the right elbow, round crunch. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, last one, tippy toe, left knee to the nose. And step it through. Low lunge, arms high first. And then exhale, cactus, arms, shoulder blades go together. Inhale, right leg lifts away from the floor, arms come past the body, reach. Good. Exhale, arms back into cactus. Hips come forward. Inhale, right knee lifts away, arms come back, upper body 45 degrees. Yes. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale. High lunge, and then we shift the weight into the front foot. Let the right foot float away for warrior 3. Good. Arms again, same as you done on the other side, either past the body, at the heart, or over your head. Make sure your right hip draws towards the floor, left hip lifts. Lower belly draws to the spine. Good. And exhale, step it slowly back into a warrior 1. Landing the foot in an angle. Arms come high. Exhale, interlace the odd way around. So the other little finger on top. Little back bend here. Shoulder blades together. Good. And exhale, dive it forward for humble warrior. Good. Keep that bend in the front leg. Shoulder is resting inside the left knee. Top of the head is heavy. Good. Let the arms fall forward over your head to give yourself even more opening into the shoulders. Good. And then inhale, roll it back up, come back up to standing. Release the arms and unfold into a warrior two, windmilling them over and out, stepping a bit further apart for a bigger stance. Good. Arms are parallel to the mat. Nice. And then from here, we'll step it forward right into tree pose. See that the right foot doesn't even land. So lean it forward, bringing that right foot with you. And inside the left thigh. Good, arms high over the head, palms together for Anjali Mudra. Your arms framing your ears, meaning your shoulder blades have to roll back and towards each other again. Good. Lower belly is pulling inward. Nice, and exhale, step it away, down, fold forward, Uttanasana. Nice. Hands plant. And step it back, high plank. Good, forearm plank. Nice. And walk the feet in for a dolphin, downward dog. Okay. This is a beautiful prep for any forearm stand. So make sure that your forearms aren't sliding. Your chest comes through. You cannot really see your upper arms anymore, just in the periphery. So the chest comes through, yes. Looks great. Very nice. And exhale, bring the knees down. Step them back to a high plank. And hips come down. Release the hands. Sphinx pose. Good. Exhale again. Coil it in, bringing the hips away from the floor. Rounding the entire front body, hollowing. And exhale, bring it down. All the way, everything to the mat. Beautiful. And tuck the toes, push it back. Downward dog. Nice. Oh, actually, sorry. Come onto the knees. We're gonna do a second round of the camel here. Coming back, seated on our heels. From here, lift onto the of camel pose. So you can come up onto your shins. Bring the props that you need, whether it's blocks or not. Take it maybe one step deeper if you can. So let the first breath really expand you up and forward. Inhaling to create length, bring the arms high. See that you can really pull those ribs apart, spine apart. And exhale, bring the first hand down towards the heel, maybe still on top of the toes, maybe down. Lift and send everything forward. And exhale, second hand for camel. Okay. Send it forward, shoulders together. Good. And inhale, slowly unwind, bring it back out. Sit down onto the heels for a moment. Blocks away. And then slide the hands forward, tucking the toes, push back, downward dog. Good. We'll flow through the same flow as before, a little bit faster, a few extra poses. Inhale, our leg high, right leg high. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Throw it in. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee across the body, left elbow. Inhale, bring it back up, three-legged. Exhale, knee to nose. And step it through. Good. Low lunge, arms in cactus pose. We'll just do this once as a transition. Good. Inhale, drop the arms down past the body for a high lunge. Upper body in a high angle. Good. Warrior three, lift it off, float it forward. Good. Lift into that back heel. Find a little back bend maybe in your lower back, lifting shoulders back, roll them back. Left heel is lifting. And exhale, step it back into warrior one. Arms high, both hips twisting forward. Exhale, interlace the hands, drop it forward. Good. Very nice. Inhale, come back up for warrior one. And then warrior two, open up, both arms out to the side. Exhale, find Skandasana, lengthening the right leg out, twisting the left knee out to the side for side squat. Good. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, Skandasana. Good. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, Skandasana. And this time from Skandasana, we'll go straight into standing, bringing that left foot inside the left thigh. Inhale, come up forward, drag it with you a bit and bring it in for tree pose. Arms over the head. Good. Nice. And from here, release that left leg and wrap it around the right for Garudasana. Hands can just come to your heart. Good. And then from here, inhale, arms up over the head, gentle back bend. Exhale to coil it in, hands to heart and roll it forward, rounding the back, emptying the front body. Inhale, arms high. Push the palms together for stability. Little back bend here. Sit into the right knee. Exhale, coil it in, roll it forward. Good. Inhale, arms high again. Exhale, roll it forward. Rounding into the lower back. Good. And then release. Step the left foot down. Fold it forward, Uttanasana. Good. Inhale for a halfway lift. And keep your hands planted firmly. So making sure that you bend into the knees. Lift the left leg up high. And coming into standing splits from here. Optional here to take a few handstand hops if you like. So lean the weight into the hand. You can just hop that right foot a little bit away from the floor. Keep the left leg long and strong. Maybe get some air. Maybe it's just the hopping, the shifting of the weight, the hollowing in of the belly button. Good. Last one. Nice. And step it back, high plank. Nice. Exhale, forearm plank. And bring the hips down. Release the hands, Sphinx pose. Exhale, coiling everything in, lifting even the knees away from the floor this time. Rounding the upper body away from the floor. Shift shoulder blades away from each other. Top of the feet are grounding. And release everything down. Slide the hands past. Tuck the toes and lift it back. Downward dog. Nice. 2 breaths to catch. And then the second round, left leg comes high with the inhale. Exhale, bring the knee in to the left elbow. Inhale, bring it back up high. Stack the hips parallel. Exhale, bring the knee across the body to the left elbow. Inhale high. Exhale, bring the knee into the nose and step it down. Right knee comes down to the floor. Lift from the bottom up into your cactus arms. Shoulder blades roll together. And inhale lifts you up, shoot it forward, arms parallel to the body. Nice, and from here we'll just float it up into warrior 3. You can try the next level. If you have the hands past the body always, you can bring them forward to the heart. Or even try out over the head. Okay. Exhale, step it back. Coming right into our warrior 1. Hands interlace behind the back. Find that little back bend. Rolling the hands along the back of the right leg. And exhale, drop it forward. Humble warrior. Okay. Top of the head pulls in. And inhale, we roll it up and come straight into warrior 2. Arms open up. Step it wider. Lifting shoulders apart from each other. Exhale, Skandasana. Left leg gets long. Pivot the right knee out so you can have space to sit down. Hands in front of you or at the heart. Good. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, sit down. See if you can do it without the hands. So just lifting from the core, from the legs. Warrior 2. Exhale, hands together. Skandasana, last round. Inhale, warrior 2. Keep the right bend here in the front leg. Keep the knee pulling out. Exhale, Skandasana. And then from here, we'll come straight into tree pose. So big transition. Inhale. Bring it up and forward. Step it forward with you. Right foot to the left thigh. Good. Arms high. Good. Ground through the left foot. And then from here, bend into the left knee, release the right foot, and wrap it around the standing leg. Hands can come to the heart for balance. You really need to bend the standing leg. You can wrap once or twice. If you have it once, you can use the right toe here to balance. Good. Arms high over the head. And see if you can drop it into a little back bend, arch, sit into the hips. Exhale, hands into the body, coil it forward. Inhale, lift, up and high. Exhale, coil it in. Beautiful. Last one, inhale, lift. Exhale, coil it in. And then release everything. Step the right foot down. And you can spill everything forward into a forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Bend the knees generously and lift the right leg up for standing splits. Top of the head wants to melt to the floor. You can, of course, balance with one hand away to the left ankle, or maybe even both hands to the left ankle. Good. Deep breaths. And then you can plant the hands firmly. Handstand hops here. So just lifting that left foot a tiny bit away from the floor. Deep bend into the left knee. Maybe you get some air. It's just exploring. Good. And then you can step it back into a high plank. Come onto the knees, sit back, child's pose. Good. Good. And then you can come forward back into our Sphinx pose, forearms down, hips down to the floor. Magnetize the hands, the lower arms towards your hips to send the chest forward. So it's a real drawing of the palms towards you. Bend the left knee. Good. And then you can bring the right arm inside. So a little bit of an angle. Left hand reaches back for the left foot. Good. And then lift the left leg away from the floor. Kick it into that left hand. You can stay here, twisting the left shoulder forward. And next level would be to bring the right arm forward as well, for hovering it forward. And full pose would be bring the right leg away from the floor, float it. Good. Look forward, deep breaths, kick the foot into the hand. And exhale, release it down, come back onto the right forearm, release the left foot, back into full Sphinx. You can shift the hips a bit right and left. Second side, left arm pivots in, bend the right knee. Reach the right arm around. Good, and then kick that foot into the hand. Nice. Take the same variation you've done before. You can just stay here, or you can lift left arm forward and away. Maybe left leg. Good. And slowly bring everything back down. Left forearm, right leg. Release the right arm. And then you can just come all the way down to the mat. Rest on your right cheek. Getting heavy. Nice. Close your eyes. And keeping your eyes closed, you can bring hands next to the chest. And just in your own way, come lying on your back. So you can roll yourself up. Or you can roll over. Whichever works for you. Coming the same way to lie on your back. Okay. Nice. From here you can bring a bend into the knees to windshield wiper them right and left. We'll just come into a last little twist before we take Shavasana. Bring both legs into a right angle over your hips. Right leg crosses the left again, like we've done before. Good, and then just drop everything out towards the left side. Maybe you need to shift the hips over to the right first, so you can stay aligned. Bring the gaze out to the right side. Good. And take a few deep breaths, letting Shavasana start. Nice. And let the Prana Vayu work with the next inhale. Let it move you up back into the middle. Releasing the bind in the legs. Unravel, bring the left leg on top of the right. Once or twice. Shifting the hips out to the left maybe. And just drop it all over to the right side. Good. Big opening. Good. And then you can unravel, bring everything out back into the middle. If there's any last pose your body wants, let it have it. Otherwise, you can start to slowly let everything unwind. And this is really a cue that you can take as I say it. It doesn't have to be straight into your Shavasana shape. Sometimes these releases come slowly, especially if you worked as hard as today. Take a deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. All the way out, push all the air away. Apana Vayu, the external, outward driven Vayu. Inhale, fill the body with fresh oxygen, with fresh ideas, with fresh possibilities. If you, of course, want to stay longer, as always, the Shavasana is an important element of our practice. But if you need to get going, you can start to slowly move. Move yourself back into a seated position, slowly letting that emerge. And closing your eyes once more, just to become for a second aware of how we intake, how our sensory system is primed to always absorb everything around us, and how we can be selective of this. Bring your hands to your heart in Anjali Mudra, letting the palms touch, closing the circle. Speak your own grace and gratitude of the teachings of yoga we got to share. Bring the hands to the forehead to bow in grace. Jai, Jai, Jai.